Hi guys, welcome to my pretend cooking show. My name is Dina Mitchell and this is my kitchen. Prego. Timballo, baked pasta from Sicily. Their #1 baked pasta as a matter of fact, or most popular. It is absolutely amazing. It tastes great. Cheese, meat, pasta, and bechamel. It takes about 15 minutes to throw together. I'm going to show you. So I have pasta that I made the other day, so some fresh pasta, Scamorza. If you can't get Scamorza, get smoked mozzarella, fresh grated Parmesan, a little bit of red wine, Mama's tomato sauce. This is great in here. You can skip it and use regular tomato sauce if you want. Basic bechamel with warm butter, warm milk, flour, white pepper, salt, and a little bit of nutmeg, and the king of salami, mortadella. Let's get started. I am first starting on 400 grams of meat, and it is your choice of. I did 150 grams each of ground pork and chicken, and then 100 grams of guanciale, which is pork cheek. And I put it in this pot with a little bit of olive oil, and I just cooked it for a few minutes until it's no longer pink inside. Now I'm going to hit it with a half a cup of red wine. This is going to add some amazing flavors. Plus, it is going to keep the meat moist. So, and I'm just going to keep cooking it until that smell of alcohol comes off. All right, Mama's tomato sauce. I made this jar like a month ago and bottled it, just kept it in the cabinet. I already know it's amazing. In fact, this is my last one, so I'm going to have to make some more soon. There we go. Perfect lid. Sorry. If you haven't made Mama's tomato sauce yet, trust me, you want to. It's so good. Basil, onions, celery, carrot, and it's amazing. Okay, so I'm just allowing the alcohol smell to burn off, and I'm over medium-low heat. I forgot to mention that. I've got my water ready back there because this is gonna kind of go fast. And this is about right. I'm also gonna put, where are we at? Pizzico di sale, pinch of salt in here because we're not putting anything else in there. All right. Now I am going to add Mama's tomato sauce. And I'm going to add a little bit of water to this to get all of it out. Yum. So a little bit of water, shake it up. Good to the last drop. All right, I'm gonna keep cooking this over medium-low heat until it reaches a boil, turn it off and put the lid on. So I'm gonna move this guy back here. Yum. All right, let's start on the bechamel. So I'm over medium-low heat again. I'm gonna add the butter, and I've got 60 grams of butter, or 6 tablespoons. And I'm gonna melt that. And this really does go fast. The bechamel is about 5 minutes. The tomato sauce is about 10 minutes in total. But you see I'm doing multitasking, and it's going to shorten the time. Back. Multitasking. Let me get this ready. You know I want to take a bite. You guys have had mortadella before, right? You'll often see it with pistachio on the inside as well. It is by far my favorite salami. And when I know I have it in the fridge, it's so hard for me just not to take a slice, like even now. I'd love to take a slice right now. I'm going to wait. All right, my butter is almost melted, and I'm using unsalted butter. And I have 60 grams, or 6 tablespoons of flour I'm gonna add here next. And I've also warmed up 2 cups of milk. Not scalding, just to take the chill off. All right, that looks good. I'm going to whisk in the flour, sort of making a roux. just until it sort of makes a little bit of a paste. And keep whisking it because I don't want any lumps in this. Okay, cool. I'm going to slowly add in the warm milk. This is 2 cups of milk, half a liter. Oops. Try to get all in there. All right. And I'm just gonna keep whisking this until it gets thick. It's not gonna take long at all. It's gonna go pretty quickly. Let me see on this. That's why God gave us 2 hands, right? So we can do 2 sauces at once. This is almost there. This one is not quite. This does take a couple minutes though. You guys ever been to Sicily? I have not been to Sicily yet. If you have, let me know, because every time I ask somebody, I get mixed results. You should go, and don't worry about it, the rest of Italy is better. But you know what, there's some amazing food out of there that I keep trying. So I gotta say, I wanna go. I wanna just go for at least a week and try everything. Well, when I say try everything, I mean all the food. Love it. Okay. This is still going. This one's almost due, and I'm not well versed on this electric burner, just so you know. Let's see. This is working, right? Yeah. What else can I do in the meantime? You know what? I can drop the pasta because we're gonna drain it and then keep it on the side. So in my pasta water, you need to add olive oil and salt. Because we're using fresh pasta, I don't want it to stick together. And it's gonna sit on the side, so I'm also gonna add at least a tablespoon of salt. And I'm gonna drop the pasta, and it's just gonna cook for about 1 minute. Oops, how's my bechamel doing? Uh-oh, it's almost ready. All right, my tomato sauce is now boiling, so I'm gonna turn that heat off. I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna have it on standby. My bechamel sauce. It's definitely getting thicker. You really shouldn't walk away from it like I did. I'm breaking the rules. Let me see, make sure I didn't mess it up. It's definitely starting to get thick. You see the stream here? Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna hit it with about a teaspoon of salt, about a half teaspoon or so of white pepper. I like white pepper so that way it just won't stand out. And I'm gonna hit it with about a half teaspoon or so of fresh nutmeg. Uh-oh, that pasta, right? You stay there. I'm gonna take this off the heat because I already know this is good. Pasta is done, and I'm gonna drain it. Every other time you're supposed to keep the pasta water, not on this one, you're cold. And I've cooked the pasta to al dente. So you don't have to make your own fresh pasta. You don't have an extra 10 minutes or so. to use regular, but just cook it to 3 or 4 minutes less than what the package indicates, because you want al dente because it's going to continue to cook in the oven. So. There we go. Got my pasta. I'm going to put it in this bowl. Work on my bechamel. I need a little bit more pepper. And I'm a little bit more salt. I'm going to put all the directions and item amount in the description. That might have been it. Okay. Yum. All right, there we go. So let's get started. Got my meat sauce, just chilling. All the flavors are getting to know each other. I've got my pasta and my Scamorza. So let's see. Oh, my pasta. So I'm going to mix in some of the Scamorza or the smoked mozzarella. I'm also going to put in a little bit of sauce. Perfect. I'm gonna mix that up. I want it still to be white. I'm not looking for it to be red yet because this is just for this particular layer. And a little bit more red sauce. Every bite is just gonna be absolutely amazing. This is one of those dishes I like to ask my friends when I have them try a new recipe. I'm like, how much would you pay for this? Just so I know if they're just not being nice and saying that they like everything. This one actually came back with the highest price tag. People said they would pay $22 for it. That's pretty good for baked pasta in a small amount. All right. I'm gonna throw a little bit of Parmesan in there too, just so every bite has some great little flavors. Okay, let's get started on the assembly. So, I've got baked pasta, I've got my bechamel. Oops, let me change this. To this. I've got my Scamorza or smoked mozzarella, my Parmesan, and my mortadella. That's it. You see where you could have skipped some steps. Pretty easy. Now, you can put it in just a regular casserole dish, which this works great. In Sicilia, Timballo, they'll actually put it in kind of this bundt pan or just use a round cake pan with some tin foil in there, which is great. I like to make individual portions like this, which is great. And I'll actually keep it in the refrigerator unbaked, so therefore people can just take it and then 40 minutes at 350. So very bottom, I'm gonna put in some bechamel. And if you're making a big dish, put about 3 tablespoons, not too much. But I just wanted to hit the bottom. That's gonna be like the first layer. Already making a mess over here. Okay, and then I am going to go pasta. Let's see if I can get some of this. Okay, wow, but it has some great cheese in there already. And then I'm gonna do, some meat sauce. Yum, and you can use whatever meat you like. I just happen to like the combination of ground pork and chicken. Okay, and then a little bit of the Scamorza or the smoked mozzarella. And then some fresh grated Parmesan. I like to use fresh grated because it's gonna give you a creamier texture. I like the flavor better. Do what you want. And now I'm gonna put in mortadella. Oops, just one slice, because I'm doing an individual portion, but you would just do layers. So I squish that guy in, and I'm gonna kind of push it down a little bit, just to make sure I have some room. Okay, and then more bechamel, and this is kind of the top here. And then top it with Parmesan cheese. And isn't that cute? Little individual portion. Keep in the fridge, ready to throw in the oven at 350 degrees. Just like that. But here comes my favorite part of the show, and that is the trying. So I've got one here that I have been keeping warm. So yeah, you can serve them straight out of the pan and just eat it out of that. I like a little bit even more impressive and more wow. Truly food porn is, first, of course, you display it and you show the crispy top and how amazing that is, but I am going to just loosen the sides a little bit. You know it's coming, right? Yeah, looks good. Whew, this is yum. I'm gonna put the lid on top. It's still hot. And I'm gonna flip it over. It's so hot. Oh, it stuck a little bit on the bottom. You know what? Let me try this other one. Take two. Just because it's stuck on there. And I'm a perfectionist. So, maybe just not straight out of the oven. Because I want you to see all these amazing layers. And this one's cooler to the touch. Okay. So, look how cute that is to be able to do at the table. Yum. Yum. All right, guys. Let me just take a bite and let you know how this is, even though I already know. Timballo, baked pasta of Sicily. It's so good. I want to get you a bite. As always, a bite for you and a bite for me. Thanks for watching my pretend cooking show. I'm Dina Mitchell. Please like and subscribe. Ciao. So good.